Hello and welcome back to Nonsense Hammer. It is October 1st. It is new Bat Rep Day for you, dear listener or viewer. We are playing a game, and somehow, for the first time in what is about 17 videos, I think it is, after counting them, Emma is not playing Stormcast.
Haha!
But also she is, because she's playing the Ironjawz. Anyway, we know this running gag annoys her, so I will stop. Welcome to October's Battle Report. We'll be playing the General's Handbook 24 to 25. We're playing Battle Plan 2, Table 1, of Focal Points, the 2018 game that was then ported into this one when they moved all the fun ones. Won't keep you long, we're just going to jump straight in, I guess. There's not a lot to talk about. We are playing Fyreslayers versus Ironjawz. The run of this game is essentially, there are 5 objectives in the middle of the board, and a compass points and one in the centre. Each area has a home objective, and then the 2 outflanking ones are the flank objectives. The central objective, at the start of each battle round, the underdog can set to be a home objective or a flanking. You then score points as per the usual of 1 point for controlling one objective, 1 point for controlling more objectives. You score 1 point if you control more than your opponent, and then you score 3 points if you control 2 or more home objectives and or flank objectives. Wording on that's a little weird, so we are going with the way we understand it is you have to control 2 or more flank objectives or 2 or more home objectives. It can't be 1 flank and 1 home to make the 2. If you believe that to be different, drop us a comment in the comment section. And then obviously you get your 4 points for tactics. Emma was the attacker, so started the deployment,
yeah.
And I was defending. Shall we talk about some lists?
Yes, let's talk about some lists.
As they flash up on the screen with our flashy new design. I am playing Fyreslayers, as per the lovely request from Mr. Andrew Rutherford, I think it was. Thank you for the comment and the subscribe. If you'd like to join Andy in subscribing, please like, comment, subscribe, ding, all those fun things. I'm playing Warrior Kinban again. I've tried to go for a different list this time, so apologies that some of these models are half painted. I've just been trying to sort.
Steve is playing with The Simpsons.
I'm playing with The Simpsons, yes. This is what these look like before. Because you have to add orange on the top of them and it builds up a colour. But either way, I am playing the Warrior Kinban. I've gone for a more leaning towards a tournament list I tried the other day that I wanted to play with.
It looks really small.
I want to get some Auric Halfguard and some more Magmadroths. And you'll be seeing those in later videos. But for now, I'm 1930 points, and a lot of my points are put into 2 bubbles of 10 Halfguard Berserkers with poleaxes. One is sitting as the retinue for the Rune Master, and the other is sitting in the tunnels with my Rune Smiter, who is hidden over here.
We'll see him when he comes to the board.
The 2 blocks of 20 Volkite Berserkers are sat with their regiment leader, the Grimhold Exile, who I'm quite excited to see how he plays on the board. I got him at the end of 3rd edition, and we shall see how he plays. And then finally is my general, who is sat in his own regiment. I haven't put anyone in there for a specific reason, because I'm playing around with tournament ideas. He's my general, but he has no one else in his regiment, so there's no honour guard for me. This means he is going to be a focal point for Emma's army, but also that is kind of stopping you from getting certain tactics if he's able to do things.
Yeah.
I've given him fiercely competitive as his battle trait, or heroic trait, sorry, which will give him, if you all-out attack, he gets all-out attack for free.
Okay, cool.
And if you have strike first, he has strike first.
Okay.
Because nonsense.
Yeah, very
and
much.
then my artifact of power has been given to my Grimhold Exile. I've given him the Magmalt Ale for a add free to attacks once per game. And that's the list.
Okay.
1930 points. Not really much else to talk about. I've got the Magmic Invocations and the Zargrim Blessings as my prayers and manifestation laws. Nice and simple.
Okay.
Shall we talk about the Ironjawz?
Yes. So, over here on the dark side of the moon, Everything's very brown and yellow over this side because we've also got trees. So we have the Ironjawz army all painted in yellow because they think they're Stormcast and they're not. This is the Iron Fist. The spell law that I'm using is Law of the Weird. And here we go. The heroic trait that I've gone for is Hulking Brute, and I have given it to my Mega Boss, who is here. Hello, little Mega Boss. And the item is the Amberbone Whetstone, which increases a rend by 1, and that's also been given to the Mega Boss here. Bonjour. This is my general Mega Boss on Maw Crusher, Big Red Cabbage. In my general's regiment, we have this unit here of Ardboys, and then we have 2 units of Brutes who are hidden slightly by trees. 1 unit is there. 1 unit is there. It's a 5 regiment list. In the 2nd regiment, I have 2 sets of Gore Grunters. 1 is there. 1 is over here. I'm not panning too fast because the camera doesn't like it. Over there with the Weird Knob Shaman, who is, well, right next to them. Hello. Then I have a unit that is just a War Chanter. Then I have another unit that is just a War Chanter. Then I have a final unit which is just Mega Boss with the item and the trait. So my General's Regiment has more in it for you to focus on if you are doing stuff with my General's Regiment. With the Honour Guard, I've given these Ardboys here +1 to rend against infantry if they charge this turn. And I think that's pretty much everything. I'm 1980 points.
Mm-hmm. So I'll be getting 5 command points in the first round.
Yes.
You'll be getting 4. And then we'll be going into further points as we get into the game with the underdogs.
We're also, for our own funniness, playing with a chess clock.
Yeah, we're trying to see if we can actually get to a tournament standard.
Yeah.
Which is a bit ballsy, given that this is literally, for the filming purposes, this is month 2 of actually playing 4th edition.
And I'm still new to this list. I've played it
4 or 5 times now?
No, not even that many.
Yeah, you've
3.
played it 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still new to me and I still don't know what I'm doing. But we'll see.
I think you've
not using any manifestations, even though it says primal energy. I'm not using any. Yeah.
That's cool.
We'll just...
I think what might help is to go back and start learning Ironjawz in the way that you want to play them, rather than just trying to get a 2,000 point list on the board, because this is everything I own painted.
Yes.
And I want to add to these as much as I want to add to my Fyreslayers. I want to get some big pigs. I want to get some more Ardboys. I want to get some more Brutes.
Yeah, because these are Steve's models, not mine.
Yeah, I'm at a point now where I'm like, I've got the starting of I've got a foundation block. I just want to have the ability to go, well, I want to do a more pigs-based list.
Yeah.
I want to do a double Maw Crusher list. I want to do Godrak and Co. I'm definitely getting Kragnos at some point. And I might sell my Cruel Boys just to fund it. So if you're interested in a Cruel Boys army, comment in the...
Like and subscribe.
But if you want to stop me selling them, not that I'm going to be like... At the end of the day, this is all for free. So if you're watching and you're thinking, actually, I'd like to see some Cruel Boys on the channel, do let us know, because I'm only selling them so I can fund some things. But if you're like, hey, I'd really like to see the Cruel Boys on the channel, and I won't sell them because it'll be something that we can play for you guys and you can watch
Let
them.
us know.
Plus I've got an emotional attachment with the fact that my Sludgeraker Beast is Kitty, and one of the things I painted when I first started, and Gobsprack is like one of the best models I've ever painted in my opinion. But yeah, either way, let us know in the comment section below. Flesh Eater Courts have been bought, by the way. We're going to be having Flesh Eater Courts potentially for a Halloween game coming up, but more on that at the end of the month. Anyway, let's jump into this game, shall we?
Yes.
I finished deployment first.
Yep.
I am going to... I think because I have short, stunty legs, I'm going to let you have turn 1.
Oh, frick. I wanted you to go first. So tired of this. Okay.
I'll tell you what, no, we've played this a couple of times. Let's see if I've been cheating.
What?
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I'm going to see how you play, because every time when I fail, I've deployed first.
Yes, and I've gone first.
So yeah, so we're going to do it differently, and this is purely for us, not for the viewers. I'm only doing this to see how this plays out on the board. I would, if I was at a tournament, select to go second just because I feel I'd like to react to it more.
But you want to try this today?
But I'm going to try it today. I'm going to put myself in the position of what if I'm forced to go first.
All right, okay, we'll try this.
Yeah.
I was only joking. I'll go first if you want me to.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Come back in a moment. I'll say come back in a moment. Literally, you'll see in the next few seconds a fast-forwarded version of Fyreslayers.
Yeah.
10-1.
Turn 1 is always very quick anyway. Bye-bye.
Hello, welcome back to Fyreslayers turn 1, where not a lot happened, but some things happened. I went for take their land, and I tried to take this disgustingly graffitied piece of terrain.
It's not graffitied on this side, it's on the outside.
No, it's because we were doing it on the other side. There's a small cock on the door, and...
Is there a small cock on the door?
Yeah.
No, you did you can see these yellow squiggles here. I can't really read what it says.
Don't worry, it says stuff like, I think it says stuff
Stormcast
like...
sucks is one of them.
Stormcast sucks, Ironjawz rule.
Yeah, Stormcast rule.
Yes. I think there's a smiley face at some point. Yeah. But yeah, it's also done on this terrain piece here as well.
Yes,
you can tell who was playing Ironjawz when they were doing
yeah, like I painted all this similar terrain with Stormcast colours, and then you went along, painted yours just neutrally, and started writing abuse about Stormcast on it.
Anyway, so welcome back.
Did you break something?
No, it's fine. Welcome back to Fyreslayers turn 1. I went for take the land, tried to do that one over there, and
I managed to redeploy.
You managed to redeploy your Gorgrunters.
So brought these Gorgrunters closer to the terrain piece, and there's 2 hard boys that are also within range.
So it's 6-5 control scores over there. I don't think I have anything fancy that could have done anything. No. Which is annoying.
First turn you never get to do much, so...
No. I think, in full honesty, I think I should have deployed the magma drop over here, so everything shifted that way, the magma drop over here to get onto that other flank objective. Now I think about it, but then there's a lot over there that would have basically just eaten him alive.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a stop you getting slightly entourage turn 1.
Yeah.
But yes, I've run everything forward apart from the retinue and rune master over here. He's summoned the flame spitter, which took out an ard boy, and that was all it was for turn 1. So I control my home, the centre, and this flank over here for 3 points in total, because 1, 2 or more, and more than opponent.
Yep.
But I didn't get my tactic, and I don't have 2 or more home or flank, so therefore I don't get the full points.
Okay.
So we'll be back in a moment. Oh, sorry. Anything you want to talk about on your turn?
No, that was it. I didn't do anything apart from spent a point to redeploy.
Yeah.
So
fairly
it's an uneventful
conservative turn.
Uneventful turn. Turn 1.
But I've also activated the Rune of Fury.
Yes, you did.
So for the rest of the battle round, I have strike first if I'm charged in combat, and I need to make a note that Mr. Magmic Invocations has a what's it called? A Magmic Power token. So I'll make a little note of him there.
Question: how many health is your magma drop?
My magma drop's health is 14.
14. Okay, just wanted to check.
If I had taken, I think there's another.
He's going to take quite the bringing down,
which gives him +2. If I had taken the magma drop buffing one, there's the Volcatrix group. But I need to get a bit more magma drops before I start playing that group. Anyway, yeah. So that's Fyreslayers turn 1. Back in a moment for Ironjawz turn 1, I guess.
That was a disappointing turn 1 for the Ironjawz. So my tactic had been to seize the centre, which moved Megaboss onto there, moved some Ard Boys onto there. It was all going great till Steve decided that because I'd stopped him from getting his tactic last turn, he was going to stop me from getting my tactic this turn, and moved a whole load of Orange Boys onto that as well, which killed, in the ensuing attacks, killed 6 out of my 10 Ard Boys.
5 out of 10 because one of them died to the Zangrim Flamespitter.
Oh, is that what that was? Was that
Yes.
shooting?
That was my shooting in my
turn.
turn.
Shooting in, yeah, stupid things.
Yes.
So yeah, killed that many, which was great. My Maw Crusher moved, these Gore Grunters moved, have taken that objective, which was just a moot point. And then over here, these Gore Grunters have moved, piled in. One of them got killed by something.
It was my massive attacks that did nothing. My strike first was completely wasted this turn, so well done.
It was killed by massive attack.
So I had all the attacks that Runefather and Magmadroth can do, and all of them whiffed.
Yeah, they were very good.
They were rolling 2s and 1s rather than the 3s and 4s I needed.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm using Fyreslayers and they suck.
That's what they do. Yeah, and then so you killed 1, the other 2 piled in 4, did 2 damage to you. Yeah, there wasn't really much else to say that turn. So by the end of the turn I didn't get my tactic, and I just have 1 objective over there and 1 on the flank, and that's it. And Steve is still leading by 2 points.
1 point.
1 point.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's 1 each. Still is leading by 1 point.
Yeah. So now we have to roll for round 2.
I'm using one of your yellow, orange ones.
I'll use one of mine. What have we got?
6.
Oh, Jesus wept. And a 3. So you have priority.
But if I go next, I can't do a tactic.
No.
So I'll let you go first.
Can let me go first?
Yeah.
Excellent. Just off the things of what happened on my turn, I spent a command point to Magical Intervention and got 5 points on my Rune Master. As I've mentioned already, because I had my strike first rune on, got to fight first with the Rune Master, with the Rune Father, which was the only one, and then I spent a lot of points in the middle to countercharge, and then also all-out defense to try remain on there to stop that battle tactic happening. But yes, we will be back in a moment with Fyreslayers turn 2 and see how this goes.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to the longest goddamn turn. That was 35 minutes of pure
We have
unadulterated
aged.
turn. And that's where we were saying we want to learn about the clocks and stuff. Oh my god. 35 minutes on just one turn, but then also that's with your intervention as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just 35 minutes of pure me.
Did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We did a lot of stuff. I went for Slay the Entourage, take out those Ard boys in the middle.
Right, they've gone.
And they did, and the Rhino has disappeared as well.
Yes, you went too. My collection of cards is growing ever smaller.
I took the prayer of Grimnir's Fury to give my Exile 2 fights, and the second one has Strike Last. He did smashing. The rolls were god awful, and Emma very kindly let me do all out attack because I was umming and ahhing about it, and said if I had done it, and she let me do it, which led down to one Ard boy being left, I think.
Yeah.
No, because of the silliness, I remember. So there's about 3 Ard boys left after he did that, because everything basically whiffed.
Yeah.
Then the Volkite Berserkers in the middle split all of their attacks because Emma countercharged me with the Maw Crusher. So I did about 7 attacks into the Maw Crusher, 6 attacks into Rhino, 4 attacks into the Ard boys that remained, leaving 1 Ard boy left. Over here, the Simpsons have charged into the Gorgrunters and got rid of them, and the silly boy of the Magmadroth retreated, took a mortal wound for the pleasure of it, because I was like, I'm going to set up for a take the flanks.
Take the flanks.
And forgot that you can't be set up in the next turn, so if my Rune Smiter arrived, it wouldn't be worth it. And that was kind of the main affair of what happened. Yeah. A lot of damage got done via the shooting from the Flame Spitter, and then subsequent fights into the Maw Crusher, who piled in.
Oh yeah, there he is. Look.
His 2d6 pile into my little honour guard at the back, who tried to look after the home objective, which stopped me getting 3 points. So a very well played.
And he powered through.
Yes, if he hadn't have powered through, I would have kept the home objective and got 3 extra points, but I didn't, because he killed 1 more boy. And there's 5 to 5 on there now, which leads to me scoring 1 objective, 2 or more objectives. Don't get more than my opponent, don't get 2 or more home or flank, and I do get Slay the Entourage. So I get 6 points in total, making it 9 to 2 in my favour at the moment, with a heavy response coming in from the Ironjawz momentarily. Anything from you in that turn?
No, I don't think so. No, you've said everything. You've said about my stuff, so yeah.
Apologies, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
It's alright.
So just highlighting the good work you did. Very well done, very well played, very scared.
Again, I should have done more damage with my Maw Crusher.
How come?
I had +1 to damage for melee attacks until my next turn.
+1 to damage?
Yeah. So the ones that did 2 should have done 3, the ones that did 3 should have done 4. Because it was, I did 9 on that second one, so 3 lots of 3.
Yeah, you did 17 damage.
So that should have been 12. Oh, okay, so add 5 onto that then.
Add 5 onto...
22.
Should be 22 in total, or is that...
22 in total. So if
he was doing everything into these guys.
Yep.
So
roll
would be 5 up ward.
5, yeah.
So they take 1 extra
takes 1
wound.
more. Okay, well that wasn't worth it.
These dice have joked a lot.
Yes.
They roll terribly, and then when they need to, they show up.
Yeah. Okay.
But that would have been... Was that everything?
Yeah.
17 damage.
I did 17 damage because I did 9 and I did 8.
9 and 8, so adding 1 to each of those, that only adds another 5 damage in total. That's fine, I just want to make sure I rolled everything for you.
Yes,
that
1, 2,
doesn't
3,
change
4.
the score then.
Oh no, it should have added 7.
So another 2 dice.
Oh yeah.
6s.
Wow, okay, cool.
So
this is annoying.
Sorry.
Wait, it should have added another 10, if you could...
So that doesn't change the scores.
No.
Everything is where it should be now, just to make sure, and be fair.
Yep.
Share.
Yes.
time's going well.
Yes.
40 minutes each left.
Yeah.
Which means, and we're still only on turn 2. We definitely
God,
need
yeah,
to,
I haven't even gone yet.
we need to shave down about 25 minutes each off our gameplay
Yeah, we
at
do,
the
yeah.
moment.
If we know our characters, it should be better.
I need movement trays if I'm playing these boys.
Yes, you do.
But yes, enough of this gay banter. Shall we jump into your turn 2?
Yes, we shall.
Back in a moment.
Welcome to turn 2 for the Ironjawz, which was quite the turn. I have gone from a, what did you say, a 7-point
Deficit.
loss, yes, deficit, to now I'm on 12 and Steve is on
9.
9.
So 3-point lead.
3-point lead. So what's happened was my objective, tactic was to take their land and to get things within 3 inches of this big piece of terrain, which I did. Move some Gorgrunters in. Cabbage was already over here, so he just stayed where he was. Brutes came in, did some fighting here, but not a great deal of fighting. Killed 3? Yes, killed 3. But not really much. But Cabbage here killed the 3 Fyreslayers who were left, which meant I took control of this objective, which left me with this objective, that one over there, which I already had, and that one in my home, which I also already had, giving me 1, 2 or more than my opponent, and then my tactic. And
then the 3 for...
The 3 special ones for
home or flank.
Getting the home or flank, so I now have 2 homes. Yes.
Yes. Just so everyone's aware, we made this one a home objective at the beginning of the battle round.
Yeah.
So Emma scored that one. I control that one, but I didn't control the home objective at the end of my turn.
Yes.
That was a bloody good turn from you.
It was, and it wasn't great because you were killing my stuff left, right, centre, but it actually turned out to be okay.
I think the only thing I would have done different to what you did was I wouldn't have wasted the Gorgrunters over there.
No, I know.
I would have charged them in to try to take out more of this bubble in the middle.
What my plan had been before I moved them was to move these brutes. But I have no points left to do the auto run of 6 inches. They move 3 inches in the hero phase because they can do, because that's an ability for my army. But even if I'd moved the brutes 3 inches, then moved them 4, I'd have to rely on how much I could get on a dice to run them in, and they might not have made it. Which, to be fair, there was nothing you had around this area, but I wanted as much
Well, that's what I'm saying is you've committed them to that objective, that terrain piece, which unless I had a bloody good attack over there, I wouldn't have taken, because he had 7 wounds.
Yes.
And then again, I could have potentially killed him. So a cautious approach, but
cautious approach. Besides, they could now charge that way. So.
They can indeed. Main things that happened for me, I didn't do a lot in response either. Other than to all-out defence somewhere. No. I can't remember.
I don't remember what you did.
No, not a lot really happened in my response. But we are coming strong, fast and furiously into the round 3 now. So shall we roll for objectives first? Or roll for priority?
1.
3. I will... go for me first, because obviously I don't really want to give you the double turn.
No.
Because you'd be able to tactic then. Because I forced you to take the turn rather than you stealing the initiative.
Yes.
I'm the underdog.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make the middle of flank for my own life to try and get some free points.
Yep.
Yes, nothing else really to say then as we come into this point here. I think it'll just be a case of surviving the round. What I will suggest, and I'll say it on here now, I definitely would probably spend a command point to rally your Maw Crusher to get some more health on him.
Yes.
Every 4 up we'll get him a health point and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else from you?
Nope.
Back in a moment. Hello, and welcome back to turn 3 Fyreslayers. This was a bit of a doozy, if you will, and Emma very graciously just reminded me of a rule that I was punishing myself with. So, let's talk about what
Emma rather stupidly took points away from herself.
So,
A moron.
went for Slay the Tyrant, so basically kill any hero. What I wanted to do, I'll be honest with you, my dear viewer, was to run my Grimhold Exile into the Maw Crusher, spill the last of the Lodge Fire, so he does the insane attack thing he does. Because I loved it when he got it in 3rd edition, and I love it still. Where you basically roll a number of dice equal to the health characteristic of the creature you are fighting. And on a 4-up you do 1 mortal. But you do that instead of fighting normally. However, I went, sod it, I'm going to run and kill that War Chanter over there instead.
Which did, he's gone.
He drank his Magma Ale as he went over there, or as I'm going to call it, the Iron Brew.
Yep.
And then...
Fire and Brew.
The Fire and Brew.
Fyreslayers.
Over in the far corner, some boys arrived out of the tunnels.
Hello.
They dug a little too far, unlike the Great Escape.
The little guy in the middle. Hello.
They didn't need 50 foot of rope, they needed 50 foot of... anyway.
Needed mad skills, bruh.
That's a joke for old people. Anyway, I mentioned that I was overextending a unit to do I was trying to get the words. I was trying to get take the flank over here with him over that way, but then
I'll take that dice back because he's dead.
so I actually came over here and killed to make sure I was getting a hero killed. I killed Emma's
Kill my Weird Knob.
Weird Knob Shaman. The only hero that didn't die...
I now have no wizards and no priests.
The only hero that didn't die is the Maw Crusher, who...
Zoom in.
How much did you heal on him, Emma?
He's got up to 10. He healed 5.
Yeah, you basically got 5 of 6
And
heal
he has
on him.
18 points in total, so he's over half health.
Thank God his war point didn't go off this turn, because he would have got more attacks.
Yeah.
Because it's only until the next turn that you would get your war point.
Oh, I thought it was till my next turn.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I'll read that in a minute once we've finished.
And then the silliness. So I moved this little blob over here towards this way just in case I needed them. Yes. I forgot to run them, so I didn't control the middle objective until Emma reminded me that the brutes have to be contesting the objective for them to stop 1 and 2 health models contesting. So I still keep that model, which gives me the full complement of points this turn. With 1, 2 more, 2 home or flank, and the Tyrant slayed. So therefore, it's knocked me up to 19 to 12 in the Fyreslayer favour.
Yes.
Talk to me about your thoughts and feelings over here.
There wasn't much. You killed my unit of brutes that were here in the middle, almost, apart from 1. All my stuff's kind of locked in a corner right now. Like literally what you can see on the screen now is what I have left. Yes. There isn't really much for me to say based on this, so no. We'll just carry on, I guess. Oh, he's got his tape out.
Just measuring a thing to see.
Get your tape out, boy.
I need 26 inches to get him to take the flank. He has a 10-inch move. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, nothing really for me to say. So, I guess I'll just go on to Ironjawz turn 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See how you go.
Yeah.
Back in a moment.
Caught the warg. Well,
Emma's first war, technically.
Things happened.
No, you called it in another video, don't worry.
You think, yeah, warg. Things happened. Stuff moved in here. There was a big cabbage boy here who moved there and got killed. These moved in. These moved in. Lone boy was already there. Killed everything that was there. Tactic was a cunning approach where I had to pick a unit that wasn't in combat, these guys, and a unit that was in combat, that one brute, and basically this unit had to come in and kill them. I'm really glad that the Gore Grunters didn't kill them because it left 2 blokes alive for these to smack them down. Because if it had been the Gore Grunters, I wouldn't have got the tactic. Cabbage moved in, he healed up to 12 points and then he died from attacks from the Simpson eggs. And that's kind of where it is, but the scores at the end of that round where I have 1, 2 and more, you had decided that middle one was a flank, so it's an extra 2 points, plus the tactic.
So full 10 points.
So full 10 points for the turn, which the scores are now 22 to 19 in the Ironjawz favour.
Yes. Yes. I got the monkey in my hair face. You caught the
monkey and you made some great monkey noises, if you'd like to do those again.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll roll off. 4.
6. I will go first because again I don't really want to give you a double turn and potentially end what good stuff I have left.
Okay. That's also fine.
It's going to be an interesting turn.
Yeah.
We're also just something that we played a game like I think we did this exact game. It was just I did a slightly different list.
We did.
With the Auric half guard, which is the units I want to add to this to take to a tournament. And by this point, you had run out of time and I had 18 minutes left.
Yeah.
You now have 18 minutes left and I have 24 minutes left. With the time I worked it out, we had to burn 25 minutes off our other turns to then add in. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Right.
We'll see. The only reason we're doing this, by the way, and we'll talk this nonsense out. Nonsense, Emma, is we're in the AOS Scotland chat.
Yes.
And there was a day where everyone went on about Clockgate, where people were umming and ahhing over whether clocks should be used. And I'm in agreement with them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to upset anyone, but I'm in agreement that we should use clocks because I think it's fair to get both people, like we've both been able to have an hour and 20 minutes of game rather than, especially with the number of bodies I have, I could have definitely taken up quite a lot of turn by myself. So yeah, I agree with it, and I think if it's for the betterment of fairness to the game, I'm all for it.
Clock's fine by me.
I can understand why people might have some upset, but then also I think those people need to go and touch grass. Anyway,
that's so millennial of you.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I like the idea of using that little clock and getting the game down to a more professional level. So we're trying it out just to see how we're doing. I think we're doing quite well if we're going into round 4 with 20 minutes left.
I think so.
And we'll definitely be at a point of we'll understand by the end of this turn what's going on for the last round. So this could be the first game we've played in 4th edition which is actually to tournament level, quote unquote.
Not that good.
So good. Anyway, back in a moment for Fyreslayers turn 4.
Back.
To turn 4 Fyreslayers. Didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but we managed to score some points all the same. So I went for attack on 2 fronts, take 2 objectives that you don't control. One of them had to be controlled by your opponent, as all the ones I didn't control were already controlled by you. Take 2 objectives. I used the 3 points that my Rune Master had to increase my my rune that I took when I took one, and we took the rune of Relentless Zeal for run and charge, and unfortunately when you run and then fail charges you don't get in combat. So we basically did a large amount of charging, running into the middle here to set up this whole wave of everyone attacking here, and failed miserably. On every charge. The only person who got in with a charge was the Grimhold Exile, who did 4 damage and then died. Over here, the Rune Master ran on to this objective because I took this objective with my
I realised I was filming you, not the board.
That's right. I took the objective over here with the half-guard berserkers.
Yes.
I took this objective over here with the Rune Master, and the monkey followed along for suit, just to kind of protect him a bit. But then the brutes came over here with a counter charge and destroyed the pair of them by killing the Rune Master, therefore removing the monkey and the flame splitter.
Yep.
Genuine question to the audience at large. I don't know if I'm running this wrong or not. I know that once a unit has summoned a thing, they are tied to it. So both the flame splitter and the monkey were removed. Happy by that. The only part of me is going, should I have had 2 linked to him? So please let us know in the comments if that's wrong. I don't know if he should have. But yes, other than that, we've set up a nice wall over here, ready to run in and slap. But we have no other way of dealing with things. Still got 1, 2 more, 2 flanks. So 6 points.
Which are the 2 flanks again?
2 flanks of these.
Oh yeah, those.
And that's been set as the flank as well by my underdog at the beginning of the turn. Moving us to, I believe, it is 25 to 22.
Yes, what you said.
In my favour, but we're about to do Ironjawz turn 4.
Yeah.
Which will
probably won't do much, so don't worry.
Well, you're still going to get a minimum of 2 points.
Yeah.
Which will equal, no, it will be 1 point less. So you've just got to take 1 objective.
Yeah.
If you take, regardless of what objective you take, you'll get 3 points.
Yeah.
So that'll then put you 2 points over, and also an extra point, so 4 points over.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just the tactic. There'll be the big
I
points
don't think there's one I can do, but
we'll find out. We'll have a chat.
Yeah. Okay.
On the camera and stuff.
Okay.
Anything for you? You want to talk about?
No, nothing. No, just going to try and get points.
Ironjawz turn 4. to turn 5, technically.
Yeah.
So the end of turn 4 was a bit of a doozy, and I'm kind of excited to say, I'm going to pause that there.
Yeah,
If you have an hour and 20 on each,
Yeah.
you'd say a 2 hour and 45 game. We finished with 18 plus the 5 injury time, if you will.
Yep.
So 23 minutes. 23 minutes left on the clock.
Yes.
We actually did a 5-round game as well.
Yeah, we did.
Explain what happened. I'm talking because Emma's ill, and also because then we can wrap it up here as well, because I also did a turn after her. Round 4, turn 4 for Ironjawz.
Yep.
You went for. We agreed that the only one you could do really was attack
on two fronts.
So you ran your Gorgrunters over here,
Yes.
and you ran your brutes into him.
Yeah, and your things over here did way more than I thought they were going to. I thought I was safe.
They are no. These are problem child.
Well, I will remember that for next time.
Especially when I reinforce them. So these are freeze and freeze, rend 1, 2 damage. 6s do 2 damage immediately without having to roll a wound or save.
Okay.
They're normally a unit of 5 for
Yeah.
140. They're reinforced for a set of 10. And when they're within combat range of a hero, they give a 5-up ward for both the hero and themselves.
Okay.
Whilst they're not, they just have a 6-up ward, and they do a thing of I believe they do damage to someone that they do if they damage someone in their turn. Pick an enemy combat that used words. Smoldering braziers.
Pick an enemy combat that used
Pick
words.
an enemy unit in combat with this unit to be the target. You do a roll of 2. Do a roll of D3 on a 2-up. Inflict that amount of damage on the unit. The famous kind of thing that seems to be quite prevalent in all of 4th edition at the moment is D3 2-up, or the whatever you want to call it. But either way, yes. So you run over there. You fought here first, which was the smarter move in fairness, because you want to try to take the big daddy out of the way.
Yeah.
They then killed your Gorgrunters quite handily with mortal wounds, and then
Yeah, we saw that it was that 8 mortal wounds.
8 mortal wounds off the 4 that rolled 6s, because there's 2 attacks each. So in a group of 10, I now have 21 attacks with a champion.
Yep.
So yeah, it becomes problematic. Yeah, you ran into those 2. The pair between the 2 of them, they killed down to the wound both units, which left you on control 1 and control 2.
Yep.
You were the underdog at the beginning of the turn, I believe.
Yes.
So you would have set that to be.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure. No, I was the
You
underdog.
did it. You set it.
So I set it to be a flank.
Yeah.
To stop you getting a home objective. That was why. Yes. Then so you got 1, 2. Then because I tabled you, we went for what would have happened in round 5. I looked if there was any tactics I could have done. Went for secure the battlefield. Sorry, no, reclaim the realms.
Yep.
Basically, if these guys budge up that way, this guy budges this way, they auto advance over here, and that guy stays where he is. I get that, so I'd get 1, 2 more, 2 flanks, and my tactic for another 10 points, putting us to 35 to 24.
Yeah.
And then, because I was being fair to you, I was more focusing on the tactic rather than taking the objectives off you. I wouldn't have tried to work it in such a way that they take these objectives off you.
Okay.
So would have been, you would have still got 2 points at the end of the turn because you still controlled them.
Thank you, very nice.
Which makes it 35 to 26 in the Fyreslayers' favour.
Yes. Oh, that felt long. We've been playing for like 3.5 hours.
Yes. It's been a very interesting game. With filming and stuff, it's added on that time, yeah. But also because of the very minute details that had to be done. And that was hard. How do you feel after that?
Well, I don't feel great anyway, but I feel exhausted mentally. So, I don't know. I thought the Fyreslayers were a lot easier to take down, and they're not. But also, I thought certain things in the Ironjawz army were more smacky than they actually were. So I was disappointed by...
The Gorgrunters used to be a lot more
they used to be
slappier.
really... And they're still in my head as being really hardcore, and they're just not now.
No.
Even charging, it's not great.
No. I think what you like, if I was to make a version of it, I think we need to but we need to get more brutes, potentially a second Maw Crusher.
Yeah.
I think more brutes, more. You want an infantry heavy list rather than the cavalry heavy list.
Yeah.
I think potentially playing around some big pigs to see what you like there, but this is more. I know your main focus at the moment is building up your Sylvaneth.
It is.
So it doesn't really matter what I buy for my Ironjawz section. It's just more if you want to keep learning them and playing around with them, because I think you've been bitten by the bug, so to speak.
Yeah.
I also think you'd really enjoy Kragnos.
I really do want to play with Kragnos, especially because his butthole's on display. That's not the reason. I just...
You see one Warhammer instruction post, and
it's got his butthole out.
I'm really happy with how the Fyreslayers played there. I think I made some silly boo-boo errors at the beginning, which I then tried to work around. Setting up with the take the flank, trying to use the Madroth over this side where I should have kept him a bit more over this way.
Yeah.
But the list itself, I like the big bubbles of Volkite Berserkers because it took you an absolute day and a half to take out those.
Oh, so many of them,
And there's still like 19 or so here for them.
I just remember the Fyreslayers as being quite wussy, and they're not now. It took a while.
They're very much a glass cannon.
Yeah.
But the cannon can be reinforced, and that's where the safety is. 10 Volkite Berserkers by themselves will run in, do a lot of damage, and then die to whatever survives. 20 of them will kill what's ever there because of the whirlwind of destruction. I don't think I personally would buy the ones with the sling shields. You do get a 5-up save rather than a 6-up save. And I think there's a 10-point difference between the unit. And rather than getting the extra damage attack on a charge, you get basically a Blaze of Glory, where you do a mortal for dying. I don't think it's really worth it. So yeah, I think we'll play around with some Ironjawz lists for you. We'll play around. I'll get some more. So I'm already trying to win some Auric Halfguard off eBay as we speak, because I want to get.
Very nice.
They're very good shooting for the Fyreslayers now.
Yes. If anyone wants a Night Quester, I'm selling one on eBay.
Like I've said already, I'm interested in potentially selling my Cruel Boys to fund some more models. I'm aware that a lot of our armies are run and charge, and the Cruel Boys that I own especially are we shoot from behind. So it could be worth us keeping them so we have some variety of play style on the channel. So let us know what you think on the comments below. Do you want to see some Cruel Boys on the channel? Do you want to see more of armies we're interested in? I've literally just finished building my spearhead for Flesh Eater Courts. You've got nearly 1,000 points of Sylvaneth on your paint list.
I do.
So I think the next video could potentially be a Sylvaneth versus something. As you can see, we've already got an Awakened Wildwood.
Hey, Wildwood here. Hello, trees.
So yeah, we're getting there. I'm getting my Skaven Battle Tome next week, so we'll start to get more of the Skaven on the table. Ogres, I've started, for those that want to see.
He's getting his ogres out.
The conversion of my Stonehorn for the motorbikes. We've got a War Trike from the Orcs 40k.
Very nice.
So he's ready. He's going to be based soon, and we'll have more ogres.
This is our painting pile.
Steve's painting pile. Yours is non-existent. Yes, that's kind of where we are.
Yeah.
There's not a lot else to talk about. We're going to be having potentially, keep an eye out, either we'll move the episode from the 1st of November to the 31st, or we might do a twofer where we do a 31st and the 1st. You'll see when it comes to those dates. But we're thinking of doing a Halloween special, so you'll be seeing that as well.
Steve's dressing up.
We're both dressing up, apparently.
Yes.
You said you wanted us to dress up as the armies we were playing, which is why I won't be playing Fyreslayers in that video, because I don't want to be naked on YouTube.
But other websites, he's fine with it.
Yes. That is also pay what you decide.
Ring that bell.
Go to Patreon for spicy Warhammer. Anyway.
Warhammer. Anyway.
Yes, that's the episode.
Yeah.
That's our plans. We're going to have a potential Halloween special, potentially a November 1st normal, and a Halloween special, potentially just move the November 1st to be a Halloween special. Let us know what you guys want.
Yes.
I watch a lot of YouTube, and I think a lot of people are currently watching for what are people currently running in tournament lists. So I'm aware that you'll probably want to see tournament lists, not silliness in like we've got a random gag that we're doing throughout an episode. Like we did with the Halloween episode we did for 3rd edition. Go and check that out on our channel. It's called Halloween Hammer.
It is called Halloween Hammer because we are imaginative with names.
It's also Fyreslayers versus Stormcast.
Stormcast, if that's your bag. If you like Fyreslayers or Stormcast, go watch it.
I think we're going to put a bit of a pause on Fyreslayers for a bit whilst I finish painting for one, but also build up. I want to get
Yes.
I want to get 2 or 3 more magma drafts. I want to get some more shooters.
Yep.
And then we'll see where we go from there. So probably next episode will be either Fleshy to Quartz or Cruel Boys from me.
Yeah, probably Sylvaneth from me.
We'll see. Anyway, is there anything else from you, Emma?
Don't think so. No.
Currently, so far, I'm really sorry to remind you of this, but it's 3-0 in this season's tournament list.
Yep.
Because I'm a nasty person.
Yeah.
But we're going to fix
You're
that.
horrid.
We're going to fix that.
Divorce.
Anyway, I guess then, nothing else really else to say. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Emma, for playing.
Thank you for playing.
Hopefully we will see you in the next
Thank
episode.
you for keeping me humble.
Yes. Thank you very much. In fairness, I need to point out, your game today was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I know, right?
Had to claw, every turn I was having to claw myself up to a minor victory.
Yeah.
It was only that last turn that turned it.
Yeah.
But yes.
Anyway.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
And until the next episode, it has been 0 days since your last night.